this thing, Jerry? Looks real, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And Phyllis was nice of Phyllis to lend it to us for the show. You know, custom jewelry like that can be pretty expensive.
Have you figured out yet what to do about the central stone? We still haven't told Phyllis about the Delhi diamond. How are we going to pass this thing off as a ruby?
As a matter of fact, Billy came up with a solution to that. From now on, it's known as the White Ruby of Ranjapur.
Is there such a thing as a white ruby?
There is now. And please, keep that in a safe place between performances, Louise. We wouldn't want it to get misplaced or stolen.
Don't worry. I figured this necklace is our ace in the hole. Phyllis will preoccupy herself worrying about it instead of the play.
Yeah, well, I feel a lot better if that safe had a back to it.
Tell you what, I'm not doing much except prompting once the lights go on. Why don't I just hang on to this and hand it to Saul when he reaches into the safe?
Oh, would you mind, Louise? It put my mind at rest.
No trouble at all. Hey, everybody on stage!
All right, line up along the front of the stage with you. I want to see how you all look. Come on. Okay, good. Now turn around so slowly so I can see what you look like in the back. Yes. Oh, look fine. Oh, wait a minute. Violet, why aren't you wearing a bustle like Polly?
I'm not wearing a bustle. You're sorry.
Violet, why aren't you wearing that wig?
Well, it's much too big. Let me show you. If I can ever find how to put it on. Ah! Okay. I look like a British sheepdog.
Okay, you're all going to look just fine. Now suppose we see how well you can act.
Positions for Act 1.
I guess we may as well start, yes? You!
Here she comes. Oh, Geraldine, I have the most dreadful news. We're going to have to change the name of my play.
Why? We can't, Phyllis. The programs have already been printed, and the publicity's already gone out.
But we must. I've just discovered that there is a movie with the same title, Murder Most Foul.
Phyllis, the audience can see this isn't a movie.
Yeah, right. In a movie, no one forgets their lines.
Phyllis, I'm so glad you're here tonight because you can be a great help to us all.
Really? How?
Why, you can listen to all the lines and then see that everyone is doing them properly.
Where does that leave me?
Oh, I didn't mean the words, Louise, exactly. I meant all the subtle little nuances in the interpretation.
The ones you forgot to tell me to write down?
Yes.
Shall I sit out there beside you?
Oh, no. This is, I make notes all the time during the performance. I might distract you.
Oh, this is so thrilling.
Thrilling? So thrilling. You got any other nice surprises for us? Besides, I could use a thrill right now.
Take it easy, Saul. Don't lose your temper.
What the hell are nuances?
Don't ask. You better just pray you got them.
They grit my teeth,
I
I guess.
thought you wanted us to go straight through without interruption with Phyllis back there listening for nuances.
Oh, come on, cheer up. Maybe Louise will drop a sandbag on top of her.
I'm ready.
Oh, Louise, turn off the lights and then on and we'll start.
You want the music too?
Of course, everything exactly like the performance.
Quiet, everybody.
House lights, Louise. Turn on the house lights.
We're done. Will there be anyone at dinner tonight besides Sir Percival, the famous architect, and Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous, I forget what he is, or Stephen Sellers, the famous billionaire?
Other than myself and Lady Margaret and the lovely socialite Diana Lassiter here, no Smitty.
That's what I thought.
Hey Diana, have you located that book on the famous jewels of India that I told you would be on the shelf?
Yeah, here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, why didn't you tell me that there was a curse on the famous white ruby of Ranchapore?
The what?
It's all right, Phyllis, it's all right.
But that's supposed to be the Delhi diamond.
We had to change it, Phyllis.
For what possible reason?
Ah, it looks silly, little liverwurst.
There's no liverwurst in my play. What liverwurst are you talking about?
Yes, and we just want to keep it that way.
I beg your pardon.
Phyllis, trust me. Sit back down, and Louise will explain everything to you.
But,
Please, Phyllis, I'm open tomorrow night.
oh, very well, very well.
Go ahead with the show, people.
From the top, I just put the feather duster away.
No, from where we broke just now.
Oh, all right. Violet, would you?
Oh, sure, the famous white ruby of Ranchapore.
Fiddlesticks, a lot of hogwash, damn superstitious rot.
But the book distinctly says that Lord Clyde Fortescue, the first owner of the white ruby of Ranchapore. Jerry, do I have to keep saying that? Why can't I just say ruby? Saying that whole mouthful every time I say it.
Yes. Go on.
Distinctly says that Lord Clyde Fortescue, the first owner of the ruby, was found floating in his own tub in a pool of blood. And Sir Giles Renfrew no sooner bought the ruby from Sir Clyde than he was found in his own stable, trampled by his own favorite horse.
Balderdash. Nonsense. A lot of old wives' tales.
But how could it be? They're all dead, aren't they?
Yes, but consider, I bought the ruby this morning and I'm fine.
Is everything all right?
Nah, it's just one of my beastly attacks.
How long have you been having them?
Since this morning.
You don't suppose?
Ridiculous. Sheer coincidence. Merest chance.
Dr. Forbes is here, Lord Dudley.
Ah, it's your fiancée, Diana. Hey, that's a pretty dumb line, isn't it? She knows it's for your fiancée.
But the audience doesn't.
Why don't I just wear a signboard?
Now, really, Saul.
Will you stop all your gabbing and get on with the play? It's too
all
late to
right.
make alterations now.
It's your fiancée, Diana.
Ah, yes. Be the fiancé of the famous scientist has made me the celebrity of all the girls in London.
And with Lord Dr. Forbes, I'm sure you and your fiancée will want to be alone.
Oh, okay. Well, really, Lord Dudley, you needn't go.
Not that exit, Henry. That goes to the kitchen and the maid's quarters.
okay.
This way.
Hey, I was nuts in love myself.
Why does he say that in the past tense?
Ah,
Allie, please.
my dearest darling.
My sweet.
I have a little surprise. I have a little
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Forgot the stupid necklace. Louise!
Here, sorry about that.
Louise, as stage manager, you're supposed to make certain everybody has their props.
I know. Phyllis was talking to me about nuances and I missed Saul's entrance.
Phyllis, you really shouldn't chat backstage when there's work to be done.
Oh, I forgot that Louise had work to do.
My fault for not reminding her.
My darling, I have a little surprise. The white ruby of Ranchapore.
Oh, it's incredibly lovely. Might I try it on?
Not afraid of the curse?
Well, not very. May I please?
Certainly you shall. Here, allow me. Oh, It is lovely, isn't it? I cannot decide which is lovelier, you or that fabulous gem.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say.
Well, it does look lovely.
Yes, I really want to see it on myself. I'll go and try to find a mirror.
Diana, how dare you? That necklace. Take it off at once.
But Lady Margaret, I only...
Take it off right this minute. How dare you?
Surely, here, Lady Margaret, surely there's no harm done.
No harm, you say? How could you endanger the life of this dear girl and your fiancé? Oh, terrible.
Lady Margaret, I don't believe in that silly curse. After all, it is the 20th century.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Diana, are you all right?
Yes, it was just momentary. The room seemed to dip. My head began to swim.
Well,
But I'm feeling much better now.
Oh.
I shall place this where it can do no more harm.
Well, aren't you being silly, Lady Margaret?
Well, let's see. Perhaps I am, but it's better to be safe than sorry, yes.
Should you not wait at least until Lord Dudley has seen his newest possession?
But Lord Dudley purchased it for me. And when I feel brave enough to wear it, then I will wear it. That's it.
Okay, throw it in there.
Well, I'm putting it in there. Oh dear, it fell down.
Do you mean to say there's no back on that thing?
My fault, my fault. I forgot I was supposed to be back there to grab the damn thing.
Please, I hope you're making notes of all these things.
Sure, I just keep forgetting to read them.
Oh, you know, we're never going to be ready.
Oh, and we've only had 2 rehearsals of the 3rd act. And that's the most important one in the show.
You know, Louise is right. That's the one that we're all really panicky about.
Yeah.
Why don't we rehearse that one right now?
Agreed.
Trying to do all the things that come before it without having rehearsed that 3rd act makes it very hard. I think if we did that now, we would feel a lot better.
All right. Anything to get this show nailed down. Let's do the 3rd act, get our confidence, and then run the show as fast as we can. Go ahead, everybody. Top of Act 3.
Oh, Geraldine, I've got it!
Phyllis, you can't just interrupt rehearsal in this way.
But I think I've solved the problem of the liverwurst.
Oh, damn, that problem's already been solved.
There's no need to use profanity, Saul.
That's what you think.
I was so concerned with the loss of my lovely double alliteration.
All right, let's hear the solution, but be quick.
Well, we don't have to say Delhi Diamond. We can call it the Darjeeling Diamond. Do you see? It's still named after a town of India.
I get it. Thank you very much. We'll make the change. Now, please, get down and sit down. And I don't want to see you or hear you again until we finish rehearsing this act, all right?
You don't have to get all huffy about it.
Has everybody got the new name for that stupid gem?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Now, take it from the top of Act 3 and no stopping.
All right. Okay.
Fine. Now, let's go.
Ah, Lord Dudley, you give the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival could not be here.
Do you know, I'm very concerned about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties and not shown up. At least not without sending word.
Ah, but Lady Margaret, he might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night.
Oh my gosh, damn it all.
Wait, please. This is all my fault. Take it from where you're at. And slow it down a little, please.
Does this mean you're not going to kill Polly?
Oh, yes. But you shouldn't start feeling too secure.
All right.
Go ahead, Polly, the roads can be treacherous at night.
My mind's gone blank. I can't think.
Don't say such a thing. It would make one think.
Oh, okay. Don't say such a thing. Such a thing. It would make one think that there is actually some truth to the story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, everyone who has ever owned the diamond, the ruby, the Darjeeling diamond, has met with a deadly demise.
Beautiful, just beautiful.
Phyllis.
Sorry.
But Percival doesn't own the diamond, the ruby, the diamond anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's connection, confection, election.
Nevertheless, Percival did own it, and that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Fubbs.
Wait.
Forbes.
Everybody take a deep breath and relax.
Go enjoy yourself.
Okay. You are a man of science. Surely you do not believe in curses.
I only know there's strange things in the history of India. Things that defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppycock. All right, poppycock. Superstitious dribble.
Quite possibly. Oh, damn it.
Relax, you're all too tense. Take it slow and easy.
All right. Quite possibly, Lord Dudley, and yet...
And yet?
Where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Why, Diana, what a thing to say.
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now, what are you saying?
Every time he looks at me, I feel as though his pants were moving all over my body. What's the matter?
It's his hands, Violet, his hands.
Sorry.
That's not what you said. You said pants.
Now look, everyone,
Sorry.
fun is fun.
Every time he looks at me, I feel like his hands were moving all over my
Okay,
body.
but he is a knight of the...
That's it, laugh it up. We'll see just how funny you think this is tomorrow night.
All right. He is a knight of the realm.
Rome.
He is
Rome.
a dirty toad, and such toads can be lecherous at night.
Begging your pardon, my lord.
Take it easy, you'll be just fine. Catch your breath.
But should we delay dinner any longer?
Well, I think not. Can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so, but I'm still concerned. Don't you think someone should call up Percival's flat and determine the reason for his absence?
Do you know? That might be a sound idea. There's something distinctly odd about all this.
What, Stephen?
This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well,
Now what's the matter?
Actually, I just thought, Saul brings the necklace in the first act, and I put it in the safe, so how can I say,
Oh dear.
hey, what's going on now?
What? I forgot to give you the new line. When I rewrote the act a few weeks back, I completely forgot about that line in this act.
But this is a hell of a time to think of it, Phyllis. What's the new line?
Well, I don't have the rewrite with me.
Approximately, then. We don't have time for a lot of fooling around with words. Just give them the gist of it and they'll improvise.
Okay. Well, Polly's line is basically the same, only she says something to Billy about him not being here when Saul brought the necklace instead of Percival. Do you see?
Can you handle that, Polly?
Yeah, I think so. Let me try it.
Okay, just get on with this thing, and the rest of you, get back to work.
Feed me your line again, Billy.
What the hell is it? Okay. Oh, he did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret.
But, well, actually, I never spoke to him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning in the post, saying that he'd asked Dr. Forbes to bring it with him.
What, on St. Swithin's Day?
Wait a minute. It sounds as if it's against the law to ask someone to deliver something on that day. That part about the post has got to come in last, Polly.
Okay, let me try again. Dr. Forbes told me that Percival had sent him a message and asked him to deliver it. This morning I heard about it in the post, yes.
Much better. Go ahead, Smitty.
What, on St. Swithin's Day?
Now what?
I'm sorry. It sounded like
All right,
she couldn't
I don't
go
give
on.
a damn what it sounded like. If all you 3-year-olds want to fool around instead of learning this play.
I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry. Smitty, please.
On St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove, I never thought of that, Margaret. Are you certain about that message?
Well, come to think of it, no.
You mean you didn't receive a message?
Oh, yes, I did. But now I wonder if it were actually from Percival.
But it did come by post.
I assumed it had, but...
Assumed? You mean you didn't actually see it?
Then how did you know its content?
Well, Dr. Forbes told me what it said, yes.
Well, is there any reason I shouldn't have?
No, of course not, old chap. Only, if there was no delivery of the post, then how was it that you knew what was in that letter before it ever arrived?
It was not a letter. It was a telegram.
Oh, I should very much want to see that telegram.
Well, I don't have it. I don't have it. You know, as a matter of fact, it was phoned in from the telegraph office.
Smithy, have there been any telegrams, this telephone messages this evening?
See here, you insolent papa, you doubting my word.
Of course, Rex. Of course he isn't. Stephen, you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Oh, I shall, as soon as Smithy answers me question.
No, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon. Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Damn it, Phyllis, what have you done?
What have I done? What are you talking about? Did I get the phone bell out of order on the tape? Phyllis, what were you doing with the tape? Well, I just thought I would give a listen to the sound effects
And you erased the tape. There's nothing on it.
brother.
I don't hear anything.
Louise, are you leaving?
No, but I'll need this to retape all of the sound effects when I get home.
Well, perhaps we should have the telephone hooked up. Wouldn't it be easier to ring the phone manually?
Well, yes, I guess it would, and that would save me a lot of work tonight if I could leave those rings off the tape. I can do the hookup, the end of the wires are in backstage, and there's a storage battery for power. Oh, and the rest of you, remember one thing. When you use the phone, hang it up properly, or else the phone can't ring. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, Neff, excuse me, I've got a hell of a lot of work to do.
I'm so dreadfully sorry. I feel like I owe each and every one of you an apology for what I have done.
Write it down and mail it to them.
Shall we go on or what?
Go on with us.
They need their cue.
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe... No, it's... Yes, Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Louise,
Oh, sorry.
get best answer that, Smitty, before we owe the caller an apology too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Yes? Yes, one moment, please.
Who is it,
For you,
Smitty?
sir. Sir Percival.
Well, that can't be. I mean,
Yes, doctor. Exactly what do you mean?
well, I mean,
Hello? What? Ah, yes, I see. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
That was not Sir Percival.
Well, then who was it?
That was Miles Taylor, a good friend of mine.
Stephen, I don't understand.
Well, it is very simple. I asked Miles to ring up and say he was Sir Percival so that I could observe the effect it would have on Dr. Forbes. And I think you all would agree with me that he was struck dumbfounded.
nonsense.
It is not nonsense, sir. I myself observed the self-same reaction.
Yes, what does it all mean?
Well, I can explain what it means. It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the necklace, then came here in order to...
How dare you, sir? I'll have you in court for this. Such accusations are actionable to tarnish my good name. That's libelous.
I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusation should prove true.
And how do you intend to prove them true?
Why, easily. Once we have a look at that necklace, would you mind getting it for us, Dr. Forbes?
The necklace? There's no proof on that necklace. I'll show you.
Louise!
Louise!
Oh, God, I forgot. I won't forget tomorrow. I won't.
Ah, there. Ah, there. Now show me your ridiculous proof.
You yourself are the proof, Dr. Forbes. For if you are not the murderer, how is it that you knew the combination to that safe?
Blast you, Stephen Sellers. There is one thing that you did not take into account. I am armed.
You, sir, are a scoundrel.
And I would like to sunder our engagement right this moment
In that case, Diana, will you marry me?
with all my heart.
Telephone at once for the constabulary.
Wait! Do so and you're dead, my dear.
Mom, what shall I do?
Just raise your hands. And all the rest of you do likewise.
Louise?
Oh, I clean forgot. This is going to be hell tomorrow night. Dashing to the safe with the necklace and dashing back to the phone, not to mention following the script so I can cue everybody.
I can pass the necklace to him tomorrow night. I feel much safer having it in my possession anyhow.
But won't you be seated out front?
Well, I can come up for that part. I'll have him backstage anyhow, so I can come out for my bow.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, right now, let's get on with this thing.
Okay, and the rest of you do likewise. Damn, blast, who's that?
It is me friend Miles Taylor. I told him to bring us back shortly after his first call. If I do not answer, he shall call the law, and they shall arrive here shortly with an arrest for your warrant. Ah, Stanley Grimes.
Stanley Grimes? You mean that criminal laboratory assistant to Dr. Forbes?
To the light, Dr. Forbes, unless I miss my guess. You are done, sir, with your fiendish felonies. Put down your pistol and surrender.
Never! I may go to the gallows, but none of you in this room will live to see it. Before I destroy you all, I must know, how did you come to suspect me, Sellers?
I arrived here late, as you all know, and so I had time to hear the news broadcast about the discovery of Sir Percival's body, which he died from a rare cobra poison. And when I arrived here, I accidentally knocked over your overcoat as I was hanging up my own. And what did I find but a flagon of that very poison in your pocket? Why, then I knew, of course. I immediately called up my friend, Miles Taylor, and put my plan into action so that...
Excuse me, my dearest darling, but what did you know when you found that foul fiend's flagon?
Why, how this man had schemed to keep alive the legend of that curse. He had immersed the necklace in the cobra venom so that anyone who touched it would shortly become ill. And it would make Lady Margaret loathe the sight of it, and then he would be able to get it for considerably less than its true value.
And I would have been too. Oh, curse you, Stanley Grimes.
Curse! Blah! There's no such thing as a curse. I have soaked my hands in an antitoxin to prevent the penetration of that potent poison.
Aha! The delaying tactics have worked. They've done their work. The law is upon you, Stanley Grimes. Surrender yourself now.
Never, never! I shall take this necklace and sell it for a fortune. And then I will move wealthily to another country.
It's the curse. The curse of the oh, damn it.
Darjeeling Diamond, dear.
Thank you, Henry. The curse of the Darjeeling Diamond.
He's dead!
Well, yes, he mocked the laws of society, and now a higher power has intervened.